tongue.
World's longest tongue. Show them again, Nick.
Have you seen a tongue so long it could almost lick its own nose, or fingernails that stretch longer than a car? It sounds exaggerated, right? Well, these aren't fantasies, they're real records held by some of the most unique individuals on the planet. Today, we're diving into the bizarre world of extreme body parts. From the longest legs to record-breaking eyelashes, get ready to meet people whose extraordinary features will make you question everything you thought about human limits. Let's jump in, starting with a tongue that's truly out of this world. Number 20, longest tongue, Nick Stubel. With a tongue measuring a mind-blowing 10.1 centimeters, that's nearly 4 inches, Nick Stowberry holds the record for the longest tongue in the world.
My name is Nicholas Stobrel, and I have the longest tongue in the world.
What if you're sitting across from Nick and you ask him to show you just how far that thing can stretch? And when he does, you can't help but feel a mix of awe and maybe even a little unsettled. With a tongue that long, he could probably reach the last bit of peanut butter stuck at the bottom of a jar without breaking a sweat. But hey, it's not just a quirky trait. Nick's unique feature has made him a bit of a celebrity, and he's totally embraced it. He's been on TV showing off his one-of-a-kind talent and even uses his tongue for art. Yes, art.
I use my tongue actually to create, you could call it art, I guess. I sort of like to paint on canvas using acrylic.
And there's more to it. Having such an unusual record has actually opened up some fascinating doors for Nick. He's used his super tongue to help raise awareness for different causes, proving that even the most unexpected physical traits can make a difference. In one interview, he joked that his tongue might actually be the secret to connecting with people in ways he never expected. Beyond the fame, it's clear Nick's long tongue has helped him find his unique voice, literally and figuratively. But if you think a super long tongue is unusual, wait till you hear about this next one. Number 19, longest finger, index, Sultan Kösen. Now, Sultan Kösen might be known as one of the tallest men in the world, but he's got another record that's equally jaw-dropping. Along with his towering height, Sultan holds the record for the longest finger on a living person.
Our new world's tallest man. It's why we're down here at London Bridge, an iconic place in London to meet a new world icon.
His index finger alone stretches a mind-bending 28.5 centimeters, or about 11.2 inches, from wrist to fingertip. When you shake hands with Sultan, you realize his fingers are almost the length of a ruler. His hands are practically custom-made for basketball. But for Sultan, these record-breaking hands have been a part of a unique life journey. Growing up in a small village in Turkey, he faced challenges with everyday tasks that most of us wouldn't think twice about, like using a cell phone or driving a car. And despite these challenges, he's made his mark in the world, becoming a symbol of resilience and a reminder that physical differences can turn into something powerful. Sultan's hands, and especially that record-breaking finger, are now a source of pride, giving him a platform to share his story and inspire others. So the next time you're reaching for the remote, think about Sultan, whose reach might actually make that task look effortless. And speaking of reaching incredible lengths, get ready for this next record holder, Lee Redmond. Number 18, longest fingernails, both hands, Lee Redmond. If you've ever struggled with breaking a nail, Lee Redmond's story might make you gasp. For nearly 30 years, she carefully nurtured her nails to reach an unbelievable total length of 8.65 meters, or 28 feet and 4 inches across both hands.
I started to grow my nails in 1979. They were probably 1.75 inches when I decided to stop filing them.
That's right, her nails were longer than the average car. Can you imagine the dedication and patience it took to grow and maintain nails that long? Lee had to adapt her entire life around them, mastering everyday tasks like washing dishes, getting dressed, and even driving, all without snapping a nail. Her incredible journey began in 1979 when she decided to let her nails grow as a kind of personal experiment.
I started to grow my nails in 1979.
Over time, her nails became her signature look, and she even held the Guinness World Record for the longest fingernails on both hands. Unfortunately, in 2009, Lee was involved in a car accident, and her legendary nails were broken. But rather than see it as a loss, Lee took it in stride, saying it actually freed her up to do things she hadn't been able to do in decades, like gardening and cooking without extra caution. Lee's nails may be gone, but her story reminds us just how far people can go in pursuit of a unique passion. But if you thought that was impressive, you'll want to take a look at this next longest body parts in the world. Number 17, longest legs, Ekaterina Lysina. Meet Ekaterina Lysina, a woman whose legs alone are longer than most people's entire height. Standing at a remarkable 6 feet 9 inches tall, Ekaterina holds the record for the longest legs on a female, with her left leg measuring 132.8 centimeters, 52.2 inches, and her right leg 132.2 centimeters, 52 inches. That's nearly 4.5 feet of leg length. How hard it is to find jeans that fit, or even just walking through a doorframe without ducking. Growing up in Russia, Ekaterina's height made her a standout early on, and she quickly turned it into an advantage. She became a professional basketball player, representing Russia at the Olympics and winning a bronze medal. But after retiring from sports, Ekaterina decided to embrace her unique height in a new way, stepping into the world of modeling and setting her sights on breaking records. These days, Ekaterina proudly shares her story and uses her platform to promote body positivity.
First of all, long legs is really beautiful. That's my opinion.
Her record-breaking legs have helped her become an advocate for embracing what makes us different, proving that standing out can mean so much more than just height. So next time you feel self-conscious about being taller or shorter than average, think of Ekaterina and stand tall. Number 16, longest hair, C-cuping. Now, if you've ever complained about bad hair days, imagine having hair that's over 18 feet long. Z-cuping from China holds the record for the longest hair on a living person, with her locks measuring an astonishing 5.62 meters, 18 feet and 5.54 inches. She started growing her hair out in 1973 when she was just 13, and it's safe to say she's got the world's most impressive commitment to hair care. Managing hair that long is no easy feat. For Z, washing, drying, and styling her hair is practically an event in itself, and she's had to master unique techniques to keep her mane healthy and tangle-free. Imagine spending hours on hair care that most of us finish in minutes. But to Z, her long hair is more than just a record. It's a huge part of her identity and a source of personal pride. She's turned it into a kind of art form, and it's taken her all over the world as people flock to see her unbelievable locks in person. For Z, her hair represents patience, perseverance, and a love for embracing what makes her different. Ready for the next longest body part? Let's dive into the world of beards. Number 15, longest beard, Sarwan Singh. Meet Sarwan Singh from Canada, who holds the title for the longest beard on a living person, and his beard is no ordinary one. It measures an incredible 2.495 meters, or over 8 feet in length. That's nearly as tall as a doorframe. Singh's beard is not only a physical feat, but also a reflection of his deep-rooted cultural and spiritual values, as beards hold significant meaning in Sikhism. Growing and maintaining such a beard is no small task. Singh dedicates hours to caring for it, including washing, conditioning, and applying natural oils to prevent breakage and keep it smooth. To avoid tangles, he carefully braids his beard or ties it up for everyday activities. With such a long beard, even simple actions, like buttoning a shirt or tying shoelaces, require extra caution to keep it from snagging or getting caught. Singh's beard has also brought him worldwide attention, with media appearances and even a feature in the Guinness World Records. He's become somewhat of a cultural icon, admired not just for his record, but for the skill and patience it takes to maintain it daily. And if that wasn't impressive enough, let's move on to eyelashes that could give any mascara at a run for its money. Number 14, longest eyelashes, Yu Jiangxia. Yu Jiangxia from China holds the record for the world's longest eyelashes, and her lashes are nothing short of incredible. Measuring 20.5 centimeters, over 8 inches, at their longest point, her lashes extend all the way down to her cheeks. Unlike the typical lashes that most of us see each day, Yu Jiangxia's lashes are so lengthy that they almost look like delicate strands of silk framing her eyes. Yu discovered her unusually long lashes around 2013, and they've continued growing ever since. According to her, she doesn't use any special treatments or products. Her eyelashes grew naturally, and doctors have even studied them out of curiosity. Living with lashes this long means that even the most basic routines like washing her face or wearing glasses come with extra steps and care. Her eyelashes have garnered attention worldwide, with people marveling at how they managed to grow so long without falling out. While the scientific reason behind her extraordinary lashes is still a mystery, Yu Jiangxia's natural feature has turned her into a viral sensation, and her record-breaking lashes are as fascinating as they are beautiful. Number 13, longest foot, Jason Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez. Next up is Gison Orlando Rodriguez Hernandez from Venezuela. He holds the record for the largest feet on a living person, with his left foot measuring 40.1 centimeters, 15.79 inches, and his right foot at 40.5 centimeters, 15.98 inches. That's bigger than most people's heads. His massive feet, a result of an extreme growth condition, have been both a blessing and a challenge throughout his life. Jason's shoe size? A staggering US size 26. For years, finding shoes was almost impossible. Regular stores just didn't carry anything remotely close to his size, and even custom orders could be a hassle. At one point, he even resorted to wearing makeshift sandals because proper footwear was out of reach. His life changed, however, when a German shoemaker learned of Jason's story and began crafting custom-made shoes just for him, allowing Jason to walk comfortably for the first time in years. Despite the practical challenges his feet present, Jason embraces his uniqueness, finding a sense of pride in his record. Today, his story has inspired others, and he's gained international recognition for not only his record-breaking feat, but also for his journey in overcoming the difficulties they brought. Now let's take a look at a record that's right on the nose, literally. Number 12, longest nose, Mehmet Özürek. Hailing from Turkey, Mehmet Özürek holds the world record for the longest nose on a living person, measuring a remarkable 8.8 centimeters, 3.46 inches from the bridge to the tip. Mehmet's nose has earned him international fame, and he's fully embraced the attention that comes with having such a distinctive feature. Mehmet first discovered that his nose was unusually large as a child, and over the years, it continued to grow to its record-breaking length. But far from being self-conscious, Mehmet sees his nose as a source of pride and even humor.
I love you.
He's often the center of attention, with people from all over asking for photos and admiring his unique look. Interestingly, he believes his long nose actually enhances his sense of smell, claiming he can detect scents more keenly than others around him. Embracing his record has turned Mehmet into a bit of a celebrity, and he's happy to represent a unique form of beauty that's all his own. With a nose like his, Mehmet is literally one of a kind. Now get ready to stretch your neck, figuratively at least. Number 11, longest neck, Padaung women of Burma. The women of the Padaung tribe, part of the Karen ethnic group in Myanmar, Burma, and Thailand, hold the unofficial record for the world's longest necks. Known as the giraffe women, these women traditionally wear brass neck coils from a young age, creating the illusion of an elongated neck that can appear up to 10 to 15 inches long. The process begins in childhood, when girls start wearing rings that are gradually added over time. Contrary to common belief, the coils don't actually stretch the neck bones. Instead, they press down on the collarbone and ribs, altering the shape of the upper chest. The tradition is deeply rooted in cultural beliefs, with theories suggesting the rings may have been originally used to protect against tiger attacks or as a symbol of beauty and tribal identity. For the Padaung women, the coils are a point of pride and a connection to their heritage, and although some are choosing to move away from the practice, many still proudly wear their neck rings as a way of honoring their ancestors and preserving a centuries-old tradition that has fascinated people worldwide. And if you think that was fascinating, this next longest body part takes growing pains to a whole new level. Number 10, longest ear hair, Radhakant Bajpai. Radhakant Bajpai from India holds the unique title for the longest ear hair on a living person, with his ear hair measuring an impressive 25 centimeters, almost 10 inches, at its longest. That's right. This record holder has ear hair so long it's visible even at a distance, a feature that's as surprising as it is distinctive. Radhakant first noticed his unusually long ear hair in his 20s and decided to embrace it rather than cut it. Over the years, it became his signature look, and he even began carefully grooming it to keep it healthy and growing. He believes his long ear hair brings him luck and considers it a symbol of pride, often saying it's a unique gift that sets him apart. His commitment to maintaining it means he combs, oils, and treats his ear hair regularly to prevent tangling or breakage. Radhakant's record has brought him local fame and even international attention. Despite some of the surprised looks he gets, he takes it all in stride, proud to hold a record for something so quirky and rare. Let's move from unique ear hair to the tallest human ever recorded. Number 9, longest human skeleton in modern records, Robert Wadlow. Robert Wadlow, known as the Alton Giant, holds the record for the tallest person in recorded history, standing at an astounding 8 feet 11 inches, 2.72 meters, tall. Born in Alton, Illinois in 1918, Robert's growth was the result of an overactive pituitary gland, leading to continuous growth throughout his life. By the time he was just 8 years old, Robert was already taller than his father, and by 13 he reached over 7 feet tall. With such extraordinary height came extraordinary challenges. Everyday activities like walking and sitting became increasingly difficult, and he required specially made clothing and size 37 shoes, which were provided to him by a shoe company that helped support him as his fame grew. Sadly, his height placed a great deal of stress on his body, and he required leg braces to walk. Despite these obstacles, Robert led an inspiring life, often appearing at events where his calm demeanor and friendly personality left a lasting impression. Robert Wadlow passed away at the age of 22, but his legacy as the tallest person in history remains unmatched. His towering height continues to be remembered as both a marvel of nature and a testament to his resilience. Now let's talk about an eyebrow that's grown to unbelievable lengths. Number 8. Longest eyebrow hair by growth, Valery Smagly. Valery Smagly from Ukraine holds the record for the longest eyebrow hair on a living person, with one of his eyebrow hairs reaching an astonishing 3.73 inches, 9.5 centimeters in length. Yes, you heard that right, a single eyebrow hair longer than the width of most people's hands. Valery first noticed his unusually long eyebrow hair a few years ago and decided to let it grow out of curiosity. According to him, his eyebrow hair grows much faster than normal, though he still isn't entirely sure why. He even suspects that his diet, which is rich in healthy fats and oils, might be partly responsible for his impressive follicle growth. Maintaining such an eyebrow means he carefully grooms it to avoid tangling or breakage. No easy feat with a hair that can be so visible and easily snagged. Valery's eyebrow hair has earned him local fame, and he's taken to calling it his lucky charm, believing it's brought him good fortune. His record-breaking eyebrow might seem unusual, but to Valery, it's a unique part of his appearance that he's come to appreciate. If you thought a record-breaking eyebrow was surprising, wait until you hear about the longest mullet. Number 7. Longest mullet hair. Tammy Manis from the United States holds the record for the world's longest mullet on a female. Her mullet measures a jaw-dropping 5 feet 8 inches, 1.73 meters in length, stretching well past her knees. She began growing her mullet in the 1980s during the hairstyle's peak popularity and has kept it growing ever since, making her mullet older than some of her fans. To maintain such an iconic hairstyle, Tammy dedicates significant time to hair care. She regularly trims the ends to keep it healthy and free of split ends, uses quality shampoos and conditioners, and carefully detangles it to prevent breakage. Surprisingly, she even has to adjust her daily activities to accommodate her mullet, often braiding it for physical tasks or when driving to keep it from getting caught. When she leaves her hair loose, she often attracts attention from curious strangers who can't believe their eyes. Her mullet has not only set records, but has also become a symbol of dedication, even earning her recognition in the Guinness World Records. It's a rare style to see nowadays, but Tammy's commitment has revived interest in the classic 80s mullet, inspiring fans and fellow enthusiasts to celebrate the style. On to the next incredible longest body part. This one's all about a record-breaking toe. Number 6. Longest big toe, Jason Allen. Jason Allen holds the record for the longest big toe on a living person, with a toe measuring 5.1 centimeters, 2 inches in length. To put that in perspective, his big toe is nearly as long as a standard crayon. Jason's unique record is due to a genetic condition that caused his toes to grow unusually large, particularly his big toe. While it might sound like a simple quirk, having an exceptionally long big toe actually impacts Jason's day-to-day life. For instance, finding shoes that fit comfortably is a challenge, as standard sizes don't account for such long toes, and his footwear often has to be customized to avoid discomfort. The length of his big toe even affects his balance, giving him a slightly different stance when walking and requiring extra care with certain activities. Despite the challenges, Jason's record-setting big toe has brought him unexpected fame and interest from medical professionals curious about the condition behind his unique feature. His record isn't just a fun fact, it's also an opportunity to shed light on the diversity of human anatomy. Next, let's give a thumbs up to the longest thumb that's truly unique and kind of funny. Number 5. Longest thumb, Jacob Pina. Jacob Pina from the United States has gained viral fame for having an extraordinarily long thumb, measuring around 5 inches, 12.7 centimeters. Unlike most people's thumbs, Jacob's extends to an astonishing length when fully straightened, giving it an almost stretched appearance that has captured the curiosity of millions online. Jacob first noticed his unusually long thumb as a teen, and it quickly became his signature trait. When he shares his thumb's unusual flexibility and length on social media, viewers are often left baffled and entertained. His thumb trick has turned into an internet sensation, racking up views and comments from people worldwide. Despite its appearance, Jacob's thumb is completely functional, and he's able to use it just like anyone else. Medical experts suggest that Jacob's thumb length may be due to hypermobility, which allows his thumb joint to extend farther than normal. Whether it's a medical anomaly or a quirk of genetics, Jacob's supersized thumb has made him a sensation, giving him an unexpected platform to connect with fans across the globe. Now, let's move on to the next longest body part that literally stands out. Number 4. Longest ears. Karla Kaihua from India holds the record for the longest ears on a living person, with each earlobe measuring an impressive 10.2 centimeters, 4 inches in length. Unlike most records achieved through growth or natural variation, Karla's earlobes reach their extraordinary length through traditional ear stretching, a practice rooted in cultural heritage and symbolism. For years, Karla has gradually stretched his earlobes by inserting larger and heavier jewelry, following a custom that's been part of certain Indian cultural practices for generations. The stretched earlobes are not only a mark of identity, but also a tribute to tradition. Maintaining them involves regular care to prevent infections or injuries that could affect the integrity of the stretched skin. Karla's record-breaking ears have garnered global attention, making him a representative of this unique body art practice and introducing many to the significance and artistry behind ear stretching. His record serves as both a personal achievement and a nod to a tradition that he is helping to keep alive. Number 3. Longest thumbnail, Sridhar Chillal. Speaking of keeping alive, Sridhar Chillal from India spent over 60 years growing his thumbnail to an astonishing length of 197.8 centimeters, 6 feet 6 inches, before cutting it in 2018. This wasn't just any long nail. Sridhar's thumbnail had grown to about the height of an average adult, making it the longest thumbnail in history. His decision to grow it stemmed from a challenge he took on as a teenager, and it quickly became a lifelong commitment. Growing a nail to such an extreme length required Sridhar to adapt his lifestyle. Simple actions, like sleeping or moving around in crowded spaces, had to be done with extra caution to protect his nail from breaking. Over time, the weight and length of the nail even affected his hand, causing nerve damage and pain that made daily tasks more difficult. Despite the physical challenges, Sridhar maintained his commitment to growing the nail, seeing it as a symbol of perseverance. After cutting it, Sridhar donated his legendary thumbnail to Ripley's Believe It or Not, where it remains on display as a testament to his incredible dedication and endurance. Next, let's talk about a mustache that goes beyond extraordinary. Number 2. Longest mustache, Ram Singh Chauhan. Ram Singh Chauhan from India proudly holds the record for the longest mustache, which measures an unbelievable 4.29 meters, over 14 feet in length. Growing such an impressive mustache has been a labor of love for Ram, who began his journey back in the 1970s. For over 40 years, he's carefully nurtured his mustache, dedicating hours each week to its maintenance. To keep his mustache healthy, Ram Singh follows a strict grooming routine. He massages it with natural oils, carefully detangles it, and ensures it's protected from damage, especially when he's out and about. Just handling such a long mustache presents its own set of challenges. He has to keep it wrapped around his neck or secure it to prevent tripping on it. Yet for Ram, his mustache is a point of cultural pride, representing both his heritage and his dedication. Ram's mustache has made him famous, appearing in films, advertisements, and public events. But more than the fame, he's passionate about preserving the tradition and significance of mustaches in his culture, making his record not just impressive, but also meaningful to him and his community. Number 1. Longest female leg, record breaker, Mashi Curran. Onto the longest female leg. At just 6 feet 10 inches tall, Maki Curran from Texas has legs that measure 135.3 centimeters, 53.26 inches for her left leg and 134.3 centimeters, 52.87 inches for her right. She holds the record for the longest legs on a female and uses her impressive stature to her advantage. Maki's legs make up around 60% of her height. giving her a look that turns heads wherever she goes. While her legs are remarkable, growing up with such a unique body type wasn't always easy. Finding clothes that fit, especially pants, was nearly impossible, and navigating doorways and sitting at standard desks often required some creative adjustments. However, Macy has embraced her unique proportions, using social media to share her experience of living with the world's longest legs. She's even become a model, using her height to stand out in the fashion industry. For Macy, breaking the record has been about more than just recognition. It's an opportunity to encourage others to embrace their differences and be proud of who they are. With her incredible legs, Macy's story is as empowering as it is extraordinary.